Good news and bad news about the economy. First, the bad news. The recovery is slowing, but here's the silver lining. Consumer spending isn't rising at a rapid rate, and that is encouraging. It may be a case of consumers learning from the painful Great Recession that binging on debt doesn't end well. What do you guys think, though? Have consumers actually learned their lesson and they're no longer spending recklessly? And this could be a good thing, or is it just further evidence of how abysmal the economy still is? Sadly, most of you thought the latter. Not surprisingly, we have a lot of bearish readers of the Buzz, it seems. Juan Carlos Martini wrote, "Yeah, we're not spending like drunken sailors. We're cussing like drunken sailors the way things are going right now." It's a good point. Clearly, there is a lot of anger about the economy right now. However, you do have to look at how dramatically the savings rate has risen in the past few years, and it's a good sign. It's above 6% now. It was around 2% or so, 2006, 2007, leading into the recession. That's obviously encouraging. But, we do have an economy that is clearly suffering still because of the job market. Don Heuer thinks politicians have to focus more on jobs in order for consumers to start spending again. Of course they are not spending. Until employment security and employment opportunity for far too many comes back, this situation will not change. Anybody with half a brain can figure this out. But we are talking about Congress, so I guess we need to explain it in detail. I suggest we explain it in November when we replace them. Very interesting point there. It will, I think, be a clear case of the economy stupid, so to speak, being the big issue in these midterm elections. And you might have a lot of incumbents, regardless of party, getting voted out because of dissatisfaction with the economy. D.S. LeBlanc said, though, that even those who do have jobs still need to pinch pennies in this economy. Yes, some folks are back at work, but they are not only making less and adjusting to the new reality, but also contract workers with no cushion for the next oh no. So savings are a must. That's a very interesting point there. Just having a job is not sufficient to say that, oh, okay, the economy's fine because at least I'm working. Finally, Julia Watkins thinks that more needs to be done to help people who make less to get the economy moving again. The poor spend, the rich hoard. Consumer spending is what spurs economic recovery. Lower and middle class spend a far greater percentage of what they earn on goods and services than the very wealthy. Therefore, putting the money in their hands does far more to spur the economy than providing tax cuts to the very wealthy and hoping for trickle down. So there are obviously those who would disagree. Of course, people who are in a higher tax bracket would probably disagree. But I think it's a very valid point there that something has to be done to really create jobs, that we've got to help small businesses, and that really, probably more than a tax cut, would really help spur the economy forward again. And that's what everyone's waiting for. We need consumers to start spending. Not spending too much, though, because that's what got us into this problem in the first place.